left the others knowing I had to work this by myself. But now the feeling's growing. I would be better off with her help. So, baby, what we got has lately not been enough, not been enough. I wish I had your scar still, that once embrace and kept me warm. I wish you could be with me in these last days when I am still hopelessly poor. Stay out of trouble, stay in touch. Try not to think about me too much. Stay out of trouble, stay in touch. Try not to think about me too much.
Well, how's it going, everybody? Who do we got in here? Hey, what's up, Murphy Law? I'm back on the live stream. Well, this is my second live stream of the year, but feeling pretty focused, and ready to get down to some good work, some dirty work, some fun work on Obi-Wan Kenobi Rides Boga. I'm really anxious. I'm getting more and more anxious to really start getting this model done. I'm not going to rush it, of course, but I've got good ideas that I really want to put forward on it. And my paint bottle holder keeps falling off my pegboard. There we go. Maybe that'll stay on better. But moving forward, I'm really excited to get going on this, finish up the electronics. If you missed the live stream, I did a test run on the lightsaber. I hooked it up to the LED noodle and tested it out with the battery pack here that's inside this antenna array. Got our speaker, got our speaker wired up in there. So it's, I just need to cut a little slit right here for the wire to channel through, to go into the main base and then through Boga's foot and her leg, and then it's going to have, the wiring's going to have to go up. Basically, we're making it possible for the wires to route through Boga, the creature, and then up through the saddle that Obi-Wan's sitting on, and then it's going to go up his butt and out his arm to the lightsaber. And I'm considering putting some other nano LEDs in the base where the blaster bolt explosions are coming down. But we'll get to that later. Kind of just hanging out. I'm a little early today because I'm excited. But yeah, I hope everybody's having a really awesome beginning of their new year. I really appreciate all my new subscribers, all the old subscribers, everybody that's been around since the beginning. Thank you guys. Really, really appreciate you and your time. And I hope you're feeling loved and having a great new year so far. So Aaron's in here. So we're just killing a few minutes. I was doing some setup stuff. How you doing, Murphy Law? What's going on with you today, man? What's the glue I use for gluing the models together? Good, man. I'm glad to hear that you're well. That's a good question. There's lots of different glues out there that you can use to glue your stuff together. Okay, so if you're doing really, really big stuff, like let's say this is for Hellboy. Let's say you need to glue something like this together. Hold on, I gotta clean off my camera lens. Let me see. I gotta turn down my brightness on my phone so my battery lasts as long as possible. My phone doesn't get hot. Okay, so let's say you gotta glue. Let's say Hellboy is like, a foot and a half tall, and you need him to be really solid. You're gonna want to go with something like, where is it? Oh, here it is. You're gonna want to go with something like this, like an epoxy adhesive. I got this at Harbor Freight for like $3 or something. It's dirt cheap, and it actually works really, really well. One thing I will say, do not use to glue your models together is this shit right here. It's actually really good glue, but it bubbles and expands as it's going through its curing process. I don't recommend it at all. So don't use that shit to glue your models together. Now, if you're just gluing smaller parts like arms or hands or a head or something like that, my good pal Kenny over at Hobby Link International, I got to mention Kenny and Hobby Link International. Go check out their channel. He turned me on. I get this stuff at Lowe's. I'm sure you can get it. I know they sell it online too. But he turned me on to this DAP Rapid Fuse. You put a bead of it on your pieces and then give it a little shot of some accelerant, and it sets really strong and really, really fast, and it's dirt freaking cheap. I really like this stuff. I think they sell it in a 2-pack on Amazon. And thank you, Kenny, for recommending this DAP Rapid Fuse. I am not sponsored by DAP Rapid Fuse. If you're out there and you're hearing this, or somebody points it out, if you feel like sponsoring this channel with your awesome glue, that would be dope. But anyhow, I'm not sponsored by them, but this stuff works amazing. It's really, really good. So thank you, Kenny, for the suggestion. And yeah. check this stuff out. It's good. And also, if you like my content, and I have to say this for everybody's sake, if you like my content, you dig what we do, you like hanging out during my live streams and checking out my videos and stuff, please hit the like button and join in the chat. Say hi. You don't have to give me your life story if you don't want to. Just, everything helps the algorithm, and I really, really appreciate it. So thank you for thank you for smashing that like button, as they say on the YouTube stuffs. So yeah, Aaron, that's a really good glue for you to use. Yeah, rapid fuse. Oh, gluing the joints and the arms and legs together. Yeah, that DAP rapid fuse has a really good viscosity. It doesn't drip or flow. You can use it pretty sparingly. It goes a long way. And then just give it a little spritz of that accelerant, a little bit of alcohol. Very light spritz is all it takes, and you'll be sticking things together like nothing, man. Love that stuff. Works really well. Let me. In fact, the model we're looking at today, the big base part, I glued all those pieces together with the rapid fuse. Took 2 bottles of it to glue it all together, but it works. Works really, really well. Big bass part. Do a mic check here. Sounds like I'm sounding pretty good. Okay, so let's get into it. What time is it? 1:35. So we're 5 minutes into our live stream time. First and foremost, I'm going to cut the channel to get the wire through. We're going to start from the bottom, work our way out, and start cutting into the base and all that fun stuff so that we can get a full length of wire out of this thing and through the base and up Obi-Wan Kenobi's butt and out to his lightsaber. So let's go. Let's go. Let me think of the best way to do this. I think is going to be with my headgear. So get that set up real quick here. Point of view. There we go. Sorry if it's a little unsteady. This is just like a neck mounted camera. And I'm going to go ahead and open my garage door because I need some good ventilation while I'm doing this. Hope you guys can see that really well. Just gonna get my foot pedal over here. So I'm using this bit. Yeah, it looks good. So I'm using this bit on my Dremel, and then I've got my foot pedal down there. And I just need a notch. Just a nice simple notch cut out of that. Cool. So that way this wire can channel through without getting bent or anything, because this part actually is going to be removable. We can shut our garage door now. So what we're doing, there we go. What we're doing in the base here is we're going to be drilling a hole through this piece, and then this is where Boga's foot goes. She's glued in. Well, easier if I just demonstrate with the damn model, right? I've got parts everywhere, so I'm trying to remember where in the hell did I put her feet? Ah, down here. Cool. Okay, so wrong foot. Here we go. This one. So there. Her foot goes there. So we need the wire to come up through here. So this sets in like that, right? And I need to have enough slack so that when I need to pull this up and charge it, when I pull this out and charge it, I've got enough slack so that I can plug in right here. So the wire is going to be like kind of loosely pushed in there like so when I need to recharge the battery or anything like that. So we're going to be going in here and then cutting a channel out here so that it can go up in there. And that's where we're going to start. And then we got to start getting the wires through her body. And we're going to use a separate length of wire for that. This length is specifically just for this unit so that I have, you know, enough room to charge it with. And then the rest of the wires will be pretty fixed in place, you know, going up inside the model. So the route's going to kind of come up like this and then out her body. And then Obi sits about right here. And then the wiring will come out to his lightsaber. I hope that makes sense. So we've got our channel done. And now we're going to start drilling into this part right here. I'm going to reposition my... I got to reposition my little monitor here. No new chats. Hey everyone, whoever's new to watching, hello, hello. Don't forget to hit the like button, pretty please. Appreciate you. Oh, that's another thing I got to set up today is I have to reprint. This is the button piece that goes on the antenna. So like to turn on the lightsaber, you're going to push down this little antenna. But I printed it solid and it's kind of warped and just shitty looking. I don't really like it. So I'm going to reprint it hollow and get a better replica of this piece so that I can cut into it for the button, you know, if that makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, it'll hopefully make more sense as we go along and get all this done. All right. So I've already got my drill set up here. And I just want to see where I want to line my channel up. Perfect. So we're going to go right across here into the toes. And you just want to drill pretty carefully because we're right on a seam. And resin tends to be pretty delicate. Good enough. It starts to kind of, when you're drilling it, kind of starts to break apart a little bit. That's okay. I don't need it to be clean. That's all going to be hidden. But you still want to be careful because you don't want it to break up into the parts of the model and shit that you've already painted. That would not be good. So just a little bit of compressed air. Clean that out real quick. So you can see up inside here, I've got some inner supports that I need to get out of the way. So just a small pair of needle nose, like some needle nose pliers. Need something smaller. I'm not happy with that. There we go. Really loving the new studio iteration. Super stoked with the way it's turning out as far as like my workflow. You know, I got my paint bench here now. I mean, that's where the paint bench has always been. you know, this first half of the studio is pretty sweet. Like it's set up to the way I like, except for that hose hanging down. I want to put like a pulley or something that holds it up, and it's still able to retract and everything when the garage door opens. And then my music monitor, printers, storage down here, wash and cure station. You know, so everything kind of moves to the right, and then I don't think our Murphy Law has seen this. This is my old FDM printer, my old / new one that I had sold, and the guy I sold it to, my buddy, he wasn't really using it, and he wants to get a multicolor FDM printer, so I bought it back from him. And then, of course, that made me go, oh, I have to completely upgrade my studio to accommodate this thing. So what I did was just bought another workbench, got that put together. So now I have all this storage. And it made me decide that, like, well, shit, now I need a third workbench to go here to get rid of these janky-ass sawhorse table bullshit I have set up here. So that's in the works as well. I'm going to buy another workbench just like this one and install that right here. And, yeah. But the workflow's nice. And I've got enough room for this table right here, slides right in between. And then my toolbox is super accessible. And then all my little like diorama products and stuff go up here. So yeah, it's got a nice workflow to it. I'm really stoked on that. Let's see. Okay, nothing new in the chat. So let's get back to this. Now I'm going to need to come in from this side. Again, it doesn't have to be pretty because her foot is going to be covering this. But once that punches through, it really grabs and starts tearing it apart. So yeah, you definitely got to be careful there. And we'll just get in and pull these pieces out. Ooh, see what I mean? It's okay, easy fix. So like once I glue her foot down there, I'll just put a little like diorama effects down. But the good news is we can get down here and get these supports out of the way. This is the internal support structure that's inside of the, you know, once you hollow something out on the computer program, you hollow it, add your drain holes and stuff. You still have to support it because you can't print in midair. So there we go. I think that's enough of them out of the way. Couple more in there that might be a little bit in the way. I am going to save this piece though in case I need to like cut that little bit out. Shit, you know what? Kind of want to just do that. Here, I'll show you how well this rapid fuse works. Get it away. All right, so I got a pretty good opening in there now. So we're going to fix that little chip that broke off. That way I just don't have to deal with it later. I'll have some hole to fill in. That's going to be a little tricky. In a second. Okay, we'll wing it. Screw it. That's just not going to cooperate with me. You know, I'm sticking to myself. Might be less trouble just to patch it in when it's done. There we go. Oh, don't do that. Come on. It's being a pain in my ass. Of course it is. It's Monday. There we go. Cool. All right, fixed. So from here, I can just cut like a little channel for the wire to just sit in. So we'll do that. Get this shit out of the way here. And to do so, it's one thing I love about this little work table. It's got wheels on it. So if I need to, I can just pull it on over here. Where my Dremel is set up at. There we go. Let's go grab her foot. Hold on one sec. What am I doing here? If you're doing shit like this with resin, buy one of these. Alrighty. Good. Okay.
She would laugh, I would laugh. Somehow that sound became day turned into night, night to morning. She ever comes back around. It's something she forgot. Maybe take me for a ride. I don't get taken by surprise anymore. I don't get taken by surprise anymore.
Well, shit. I think you guys might actually see my ugly mug on camera today.
I knew someone long ago.
Kind of unavoidable sometimes.
Oh, it feels like yesterday. She would look me in the eye and say whatever. I know this kind of moon. It looks too full to come back down. I've seen a couple suns that set forever. She ever comes back around just to slam an open door, or to lay her hand in mine. I don't get taken by surprise anymore. I don't get taken by surprise.
What I'm doing right now is making sure that it's really steady.
Get taken by surprise. I knew someone long ago, whether I wanted to or not.
It's really not. Like once I glue this in place, once I get her put together and she's ready to get, put down on here and fixed in position, she's not going to fit perfectly into the keys about how everything was designed, because there's always some warpage. So looking at that now, that's another problem I'll have to deal with later. Oh, my wife is home. Stand by, folks. So oops, sorry about that. Saddle. So I'm kind of remodeling everything right now, just so we can get a length of wire that we need. Because I need to know how much wire am I going to be cutting. Hi, baby.
I'm going upstairs.
Okay.
Check out the dildo.
Bring those in here.
No, you can't see him without the light. Come here.
Okay.
I gotta run upstairs, so you gotta hurry.
Hold on, boys and girls. All right, come. Oh, super cool. I like those. You're guessing.
Respect.
I love you. Okay, so we're gonna have the wire routed up. Make sure I got that angle right. Yeah, okay. So our wire is gonna come, through the antenna. Turn this very gently. It'll come through the antenna and up her leg here, and then it's gotta go down into her body and up through Obi-Wan Kenobi and out his arm right here. This is where the lightsaber is. It's really cool. The lightsaber is really bright, so when it's on, it's gonna light up a really good portion of this base in like this blue lights, this lightsaber blue. It's gonna look so friggin' cool. So that's what we're working up to. Oh, before I do that, wiring. We need to figure out how much wire we need. Jerry, what's up, dude? Jerry's here. Alright, so let's gently move her over. How the hell do they do this? So, I ordered all my products. A lot of you guys probably heard of these dudes, Evan Designs. If you need any kind of, I'm not sponsored by them either. I'm not sponsored by anybody but me. I pay for all my own shit. But if you need electronics, blinking lights, nano LEDs, all that fun shit, check out Evan Designs. They've got excellent prices, and I'm really happy with the selection that they have available online. Pretty good stuff. So let's just see how much wire we're going to need. Carefully turn this around. And I'm just going to rough estimate it. I don't care if I cut too much. Down through the arm. I'm going to give us about that much room to play with. I'm like deathly terrified to bump that table, because if that thing comes crashing down, parts will shatter, and I will most likely have to fucking reprint stuff. I don't want that to happen. So yeah, sketchy, super sketchy. So we got our wires cut. Satisfied with that. Very carefully take this back apart. The body, getting the wire through here up to there, I mean, it's kind of a diagonal line, but it's pretty sketchy. At least I've got a nice, I may just cut a lot of this open so I have just really easy access to it. The saddle's gonna be covering it up anyways. But we'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there today. Getting a lot done today. Like I said, I'm kind of on fire to really get moving on this model and making it all happen. Super stoked. So what's next? I guess I need to trim some wire so I can, yeah, okay. I have no plan. I mean, I have a concept of a plan. We've heard that before. Okay, got that. Alrighty. What else do I need? Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't really have a plan. I have a concept of a plan. Why is this so warm? Whoa. That's not good. This got really hot. And I don't know why. Whoa. These wires might have been touching something, maybe. It's passing current, but these batteries they're warm. Let's get those out of there. That's weird. Yeah, that's really hot to the touch. That's crazy. That's not good. Is it using the phone mic right now? Sorry, I missed that. Shows everything's on and connected. Anyone? Dang, 6 people watching and not a single like. Oh, it's good now. I might have bumped my microphone. You know my shit's kind of, it's a little sensitive. Okay. That's really weird. I don't understand why those batteries got so freaking hot. The only thing I can think of is if these wires were maybe touching something that they weren't supposed to touch. I don't know. I'll have to keep an eye on that. Now, to you electronic guys out there, I'm probably gonna look. I'm just gonna self disclaimer right now. I have no idea what the hell I'm doing with electronics. I'm just learning. I'm just figuring this out, trying to figure it out right now. Like, so if any of you guys know why the batteries started getting really hot in this thing, my guess is that these wires were touching something they shouldn't have been touching, and there was a current going through the battery. I have no fucking idea. I just hope it didn't ruin. I just hope it didn't ruin the board here or anything. I have no idea. Oh, there's one like. I appreciate the likes, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, now I need that. Okay. Now the real fun part. Right on, Jerry. The real fun part is going to be getting this wire attached to something that I can pull it through the model with all the different parts. Right now, I only need to get through the leg. I think. I don't know. Boga's body, I think. I got to figure out a temporary way, maybe like a tacky putty or something that I can fix her body together and have all the wires going through her once I prep and paint her. It's just kind of a logistical thing that I got to figure out as I go along. Any of you guys have any ideas? And sweet, feel free to share. All right. Right now, I'm just I'm going to strip these wires so that they're ready. Huh? Even these nippers are too big. Nope, clipped it right off. There we go. I'm not soldering these parts. This is just going to be twist and tape. Keep it simple. We'll do the same to the other end. There we go. Cool. Oh, did I get it on like the first try? I did. Cool. All right. And so then that wire will come on. There we go. So up through the body. Out. Yeah, got plenty. Got plenty. Okay, cool. All right. Dope. So we're getting wiring done. Okay, now the other fun part. Where is it? Another box. Oh, ADD. I sure love you sometimes. Okay. I'm looking for the lightsaber with the hand and the LED noodle. And I can't recall where I put it. Because it's supposed to be in here. That's where I thought I put it. Well, shit. It's supposed to be right back here, but that was the first one I did. Did I perhaps leave it at the workbench? I can't find it. Where's the lightsaber at? Well, that's unfortunate. I need to find that piece. Certainly don't want to print that all over again. Of course, I would get it printed, completely redo it, and then I would find it. Okay, here's the lightsaber. Now I just need to find where I put Obi-Wan Kenobi's hand and his arm. Well, I know where his arm's at. That's here. Ah, there it is. Yay! Found it. I think this is the blue one. Okay. Batteries are still a little warm, but these are the only AA's I have right now, so they're going to go back in while we run this test real quick. Okay. Everything's working right. That's good. Looks pretty cool, doesn't it? So that's our lightsaber. Now these noodles are cuttable, so supposedly haven't tried that out yet. So we're gonna get our length going here. Okay, we cut it. Boy, that is tiny. So let's retest and make sure that, okay, we got a perfect length there. I like it. So on these LED noodles, if you ever order these, if you look really, really closely, there's a little tiny dot or like a perforation on this one on the left, and that's where your red wire goes, you know, or whatever, positive, negative. I have no idea which is which. I just know which ones make it light up. All right. Success. It still works. Love it. Super cool. Jerry's back. Hell yeah. So when you got brand new batteries in this thing, it lights up. But apparently I left it on, and the batteries have drained a bit. But it still works enough to where you can see how they light up. I probably just don't have it on, you know, I'm holding it down with my finger. Once I get it soldered into place, that'll be good. So that's that. And then oops. This is the other logistical part, because it's got to go wrong way. It's got to pull into there like that, into the hilt. So I'll probably have to solder each piece, each wire, and then tape each side separately to keep those wires apart once it's inside. That way it doesn't fuck it up. If that makes sense. I'm kind of feeling like I should just do that now. Let me think. Yeah. There we go. Oh, let's get our soldering iron ready. Like I was saying earlier, I have very, very, very little experience with soldering. This could go bad. I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's a FAFO kind of day. feeling it. Feeling like getting into this. Let's get into some shit. Just get arranged here. I'm a little nervous, a little bit, but you know, you got to start somewhere. All you can do is try. Don't be afraid to fail, and always be prepared to fail. I did buy like 6 of these fucking noodles in case I screwed up and I needed to redo this part again. So I was smart enough to future-proof it. Oop. All right, now my microphone's fixed. I was smart enough to future-proof it. I think I can just put this aside for now because I don't need this until we test again. I don't even know if I have any electrical tape around. I don't believe I do. Might have to go to Harbor Freight today. Bummer. One at a time. Turn this iron on and get her hot. So I got 2 different types of solder. Dude, I was looking for heat shrink. It's a good point, Jerry. I was looking for heat shrink the other day when I was at Harbor Freight, and I couldn't find any. I don't know if they were sold out or what, but they didn't have any at my store. I mean, if I do go with heat shrink, it's got to be teeny, tiny little dudes. Oh yeah, solder. So I got this stuff. I hope that's right. I do have another type of solder that I also got in case this didn't work out. But I think this stuff should work pretty good. It's got the flux already in the middle, or the resin, the rosin. All right. Oh, it's like a little slinky spring. That's kind of cool. Okay, I think we're hot. Yeah. Can you hear me now? Ah. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, I should be back on mic. What the fuck? My damn fat fingers. Okay. My bad. Sorry, folks. All right. Let's get back to it. There it is. Okay. So, going to solder this red wire on to this point. We're going to try. I'm totally making this up as I go along, so laugh if you want. All I care about is that this shit gets soldered. Yes, I'm using silly putty to hold down. Yeah, need to turn the heat up a little more. I don't want to get it too hot because I don't want to melt the filament. So I'm going to try and avoid. It'll take a minute to heat up. There we go. Boom. Yeah, that's one side done. I'm probably going to have to grind that little bead down to get it to fit into the lightsaber hilt. I mean, as far as this application is concerning, it's kind of handy having the silly putty to hold on to it. Like that works out pretty well. Smarty putty. Trim that end down a little bit. Oh, you mean here? I left that alone just because I plan on getting some heat shrink to fit down around that once I get this ground off. Is that what you meant? The, like trim this wire down? Yeah, I just left it alone because I'm going to be putting heat shrink on this. What do you think of that? Okay. As long as I heat shrink it, right? That was my thought behind it. I wasn't really worried about it because I was planning on putting heat shrink on it, or even I would rather do heat shrink because it won't be as bulky and clumsy as tape. All right, that's good. No, stay on there. There we go. Sweet. So as long as we're not crossing the streams, that should work out great. I don't want to rough these guys up too much. Okay. And now for my next bad idea. resin. Nope, that didn't work out very well. Might just have to put a little drop of super glue on there, I guess. If that's not going to stay. I just don't want the, okay. There, that feels better. All right. Test time. Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe I'll probably make a trip to Lowe's in a little bit. I don't do whatever your personal preference is. I don't do Home Depot. Okay. So I'm not going to solder these. This is just a temporary connection for testing to make sure our lightsaber weld worked out the way we'll want it to. That being said, here's our test. See if my soldering was up to the challenge. Boom. Ha. There we go. So that's our lightsaber. That's Obi-Wan Kenobi's lightsaber. I'm digging it. So yeah, if those wires are touching, obviously, yeah, that noodle's still sliding around in there. But yeah, success. We have a lightsaber, so that's cool. Switch works great. Yeah, I'm happy with the test. So Obi-Wan Kenobi has a functional lightsaber now. That makes me happy. So we can undo these pieces here. Just recut that later. And then we're going to set this aside. This is... I still feel like I need to put like some super glue on here. I definitely feel like I should put some tape around it to hold these wires in place, because I don't want too much movement to be able to take place in these little filaments, because they feel very delicate and like they're going to break really easy. And I'll be moving that piece around a lot. So I'm going to tape that down. because I still got to paint the actual lightsaber itself. It was going to be painted blue, so even if the lights aren't on, you'll still know that Obi-Wan Kenobi's rocking a blue lightsaber. There we go. And that little tape holding on to these wires will just keep these parts from bending around too much. You know, when you take a wire and you bend it too much, eventually, it builds up heat and it breaks. I don't want that to happen to this now that we got that taken care of. So, cool. That's done. And we can put away... I think that's all the soldering I'm going to do today, so we'll put this little bad boy away for now. This actually works pretty nice once I figured out the right temperature for it. I like the little case it comes in. Oh, cool. You can actually... Duh. You just do it like that. It's got a little hole in it. I was thinking I should drill a hole in the lid so I can just pull it out. Well, it's already fucking done for you because... I'm not the one who thought of that. Yeah, when you know the physics, everything becomes an engineer's problem. Absolutely. Those are facts. I like to think that I'm a little bit of both, but, what the hell. Okay. Lightsaber's done. Lightsaber's done. And leg route is done. So we got our wire up through the leg. And shit. Whoa, do we start cutting the body today? I think I need to start cutting into the body today to get to the next level. Oh, that was right in my head. Oh. Whew. Okay, so I feel like I need to cut a bit of this section out here and then a good portion of this so that I can get the wires up and through. So the idea I have now is that once the wiring is done, once I have the route done, the wiring, I can have the wires through it, that's set and done. And then once the wiring is through and I can join everything up real easy, I can start gluing everything together. I can start working on sealing these gaps and finally getting it ready for paint. That's where I want to get to as soon as possible. I want to start getting this thing painted. So, we need to do some more cutting. So let's figure out how we're going to do the saddle. I've already got Obi-Wan gutted. He's good to go. I mean, that's easy. You just push the wires through there and then up into this part like that. And then the wire will come out this arm. This is lightsaber. And then, yeah, that. Let's just cut some shit. Just do it. Here we go. Put the lightsaber right there so I don't lose it. Oops. Mask up. Okay, got my mask on. What do you guys think? Is it kind of cool being able to get like a bird's eye view while I'm walking around the studio? Is that working for you guys? Cool. All right. Oh, I get a little claustrophobic in that mask. Those things are rough to wear, but you got to do it. It's the only safe thing. Trying to see. Yeah, there is a way. Okay. I don't really want to cut into it too much more if I can help it. I want to be able to get the wires through without doing that, because I don't want to risk breaking any part of it out, especially on the surface. Okay. I think I see a path. These bits out of the way. Cool. The thing that really gets in the way are these little inner supports. So you want to cut open just enough of it to get those out of the way until you can see light on the other side from somewhere. And that's all I'm looking for. Maybe it's going to be easier to come up through this side. Yeah, I think it is. I just got to jam the wire in the hole until I can see it on the other side. Oh, scared the shit out of me. She got legs. She knows how to use them.
Hey, I'm gonna head to the store.
Oh, okay. And then?
And I'm gonna come right back.
Okay. Did you already have your meeting?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I lose track of time when I'm doing this stuff. Thank you,
Are
honey.
you live streaming?
Yeah, I told you I was going to be live streaming. Love you. Damn. Check that out. Meow. That's the star of the show right there. Hubba hubba. Okay, sorry if you can't see what I'm doing here. I'm just trying to get this path up through here. I think I got it. I did. I got it. Ugh. There it is. That's what I needed to do. Cool. All right. So now, that was front leg. Front leg is over here. I thought front leg was over here. Where's front leg? Ah, there it is. Right in front of my fucking face. Let me get to the chat. Got to check the chat. Let's take a break for a minute so I can check out the chat. There we go. Oh, okay, it's Jerry and Aaron chatting amongst themselves. When you, dude, I love the sound it makes when you're cracking. Aaron says, dude, I love the sound it makes when you're cracking and breaking and crafting and shit. Yeah, me too. It's pretty satisfying. Little cracks and yeah, it's cool. Uh, you got to make some noise. You got to make some noise. Okay, so now we just need to get this wire back through this leg again. Now that we got it through the body. Of course, there's a support back there that's getting in the way. Get out of there. All right. Which way does this go? I forget. Like that. There it is. There's the seam. Okay, cool. So I need a temporary... I'm thinking about just putting like a bead of resin right here that I can easily creak off. Maybe even just a single bead of super glue just to hold this leg on. Because I want to paint the legs separately. But the base coats, I'm going to need it to... I want the base coat. I don't want there to be a seam in the painting. It's got to be perfect. So this is just all... I'm planning ahead as I go along, if that makes sense. So got the wires through the toes. So that works. And then we got plenty of wire to come up through the saddle to Obi-Wan, which is right here. And that will go like this. Obi's sitting right there, so... And for those of you watching now, if you haven't done it already, please leave a like. I super appreciate it. The channel's been growing exponentially, and I can't thank you guys enough. And I really appreciate your support. Oh, okay, I see a problem. Sort of. Oh, no, we'll just go through that side. So let's get this out of the way. Yeah, please leave a like. I'm definitely trying to grow this channel more and provide more content. I have no idea how long I'm going to be on disability, so for 2026, I'm kicking into overdrive. And going to get his... I've got some plans. I've got some ideas for some really cool projects this year. I haven't had any commissions pop up, so it's kind of like, all right, going full blast into Obi-Wan Kenobi rides Boga right now. So that's going to come up from there. Oh, got it turned around wrong. It's really satisfying pulling these supports out. Like, here, I'll get up close to the sound. You said you like sounds, Aaron? Yeah. I can't show it at the same time, but it's pretty satisfying. Okay. Gonna have some sweeping to do today. So this is the front of the saddle. And I need that wire to come up and out through Obi's butthole. Sits on there like that. Okay. I mainly want to see if I can get, I gotta get something really small in here. God, what a cheap ass tool. I must have bent that previously, I don't know. Or I just don't know my own strength. No, fuck it. Let's see if we can push the wire through the arm. I think it's got some supports that are getting in the way. Need something kind of bendy that I can get down in there to break shit out. I think this might work. These are kind of like a flexible alligator clip. Oh yeah, I can hear those breaking now. There we go. Cool. Nope, still not getting it to go through. Let's see if we can break some of them out from this side. Chewed the shit out of that up. It's all right though. I kind of want that. I want it to break up everything in there. These are like really shitty cheap. Ah, I think that was it. I think it just fell out of there. This big old piece. All right, let's see if the wire will go through now. Bingo. Cool. So I'm doing this just so I know I can get a wire through there. And it goes through. But anyhow, it's going to be coming up from here. Ugh. More supports to pull out. All right, there we go. So from the saddle, up through Obi-Wan, through his buttocks. Cool. I think, how much slack am I going to have on this? So his hand's going to be there. I've got that much. Okay, cool. I can just push this wire through his arm down here to meet this wire and then put them together. All right, cool. We have a plan. Now there's a plan. Okay. These can come back off. Okay, well, that's, yeah, I think we're done with that. So let's set aside this. This is our wire for the body and the legs. Pre-cut. Cool. All right, and okay, route is cut. Lightsaber parts. Here we go. Done. That can go. No, it doesn't go there. I had an idea of what I wanted to do today up to this point. and then my brain froze. Wasn't sure where it was going to go from here. We'll do a battery check. Whoa. Do a battery check. And we'll have a powwow real quick to see where this goes next. I need to get more compressed air. What I really want is an air compressor in here. That's one thing that's kind of missing from my arsenal. So I'd like to have an air compressor that I could use to just like blast the shit out of my garage when I'm done. You know, to like poison the neighborhood with toxic resin dust. That's going back up there. Cool. Thinking. I'm thinking. I need to do these blaster bolts. I need to paint those. The blaster bolt explosions. Because the base, I can't move on to Obi-Wan rides Boga until the base is done. And these need to look like they're exploding, like they're little explosions. Does that one go there? Or does that one go there? I feel like I don't want this one there. Maybe I'll light this one up. Put a little nano LED in here that's like orange or red, and then you put some cotton around there, and then airbrush it. When you turn it on, it looks like glowy smoke shit. But I kind of like the placement where these two blaster bolts would be. I think this is the one that's supposed to go here. But I don't like it there. I feel like it fits better there, and this one goes better there. Yeah, I think that's right. So these need to look like they're glowing. So let's do that. They, like it needs to look like a little explosion just happened. All right. All right. Fixed audio in case that was screwing up. Sorry about that. Oh, Jen's here. What's up, Jen? Sorry I missed your arrival. I was busy brainstorming shit. Thanks for jumping in. Guys, hit that like button, please. Appreciate you doing that for me and the precious algorithm. The precious. I wish YouTube would make it easier on like small guys like me to to grow their channels, but they don't. It is what it is. I'm just going to do some a little bit of sweepage here real quick to get all these supports and shit off the garage. So I can't see the chat right now, but I'll be right back as I'm doing this. Dustpan, there it is. Ugh. Ugh. I think Jen got here late to the party. You'll have to watch later. I got the route totally cut out for all the electronics. We've got our lightsaber is soldered, and it works fantastically, which is really exciting. I'm pretty happy with the results for that. Bear with me here, guys. He already did the like thingy. You're awesome, Jerry. For those of you who haven't liked it and you're watching, please leave a like. And if you don't like what you're watching, I don't know why you're still watching. So hit the like button anyways. Just for posterity's sake. I appreciate you. And if you don't like what I'm doing, if you got any criticism or anything, feel free to leave it in the comments section or in the chat so that you can be verbally berated by all of our regulars here on the channel that come to my live streams. Still love you, kind of. But yeah. I'm not like some people where it's like, you know, oh, if you don't like what I'm doing here, you can fuck off. I mean, you can, but I'm not going to give you a hard time about it. I'll let my subscribers who love me give you a hard time about it. Well, I got to dust off my phone screen here. All right, let's do a battery check. Well, folks, the battery check didn't go well. So I'm going to see what I can do to remedy that for just a little bit. I'm going to need to change the camera angle here. That's not going to work. That was probably getting boring anyways. Ah. Six people watching and only 2 likes. Sorry, microphone was screwing up there. Blaster bolts. I'm getting ready. So basically what I'm doing right now is just getting ready to paint these blaster bolts. And I need to put together a few things before I can do that. So that's what I'm doing. I at least want to get these primered today so that tomorrow we can start painting them to make them look like little explosions. But I don't have a hell of a lot of battery left on my phone. So I'm also trying to remedy that as well. I don't have too much time left today because I do have to do things with the wifey when she gets home. But in the meantime, I'm going to try to keep my phone charging so that I don't have to rush. There we go. All right, I heard the charging sound. Cool. Phone is plugged in. I think I can take this thing off my head now. Okay, I got that. I need a Lazy Susan. All right, air compressor is going to turn on, so I apologize for the noise. It's pretty quiet, though. It's a nice air compressor. Okay. Hey, Jen. Let me catch up with the chat. Oh. Okay. Yeah, Jerry's right. Once it's glued together, I'm I'm pretty much fucked at that point if something goes wrong. And I've thought about trying to work around that. Um, I the only thing that I could think of really would that would allow for that is if I had some really fucking strong magnets to hold it together, at least on the joints where the wiring is. And I just don't trust even like the strongest like neodymium or neodymium, is that what I'm looking for? Magnets. I wouldn't trust them to hold this much weight together. This thing's pretty fucking heavy now that it's got. I mean, just the base is really heavy by itself, and then once Boga's on there, yeah, I don't trust it. It's not happening. Okay, let's see. Jerry saying, why is this coming undone? Okay. You didn't get to see the lighting, did you, Jen? Well, you know, for Jen, we got to do it. We got to give her a show test. She deserves to see it. So, let's make that happen. It's really cool looking. I don't mind doing it again. Here we go. There's our lightsaber. Okay, let me get back to finishing the chat up here. No, I won't do TikTok. Fuck TikTok. No, I have enough social media in my life. It's crazy enough to just do like YouTube, and I have Facebook obviously, and Instagram obviously as well, and that's enough. I don't want to do TikTok. I was actually recently thinking about doing a gaming channel, and let's just say that once I started looking into all the stuff I would need to deal with and do on top of what I deal with and do with this channel, I was like, nope, not. That will absolutely take the fun that I do have with video games out of video games for me. So I'm not going to do that. I'm definitely not going to do TikTok for my YouTube channel here. I like my channel being, Jerry, I know you've heard me say this before, I like my channel being kind of punk rock as it is. And I want to keep it pretty simple for my own stress and shit like that. I have a wife, you know, she does like my attention still. So, I can't put that much work into it. And eventually I'm going to go back to work too. Eventually. I mean, I think that's the plan. So yeah. All right, Jen, you ready? So here's our box. This is our antenna array. And just imagine all these wires are connected up through Boga's body and into Obi-Wan's butthole out to his arm, you know. So yeah, it lights up pretty nice. Let me turn the rest of the lights off in here. It looks way better when it's dark. Oh, I forgot I had that overhead light plugged in still. Oh well. Okay. But yeah, I mean, it's got a really nice ambient glow to it also. So once this lightsaber is lit up on the model, it's really going to cast a nice blue light on the rest of the model. I think it's going to look really, really cool. Yeah, I'm really happy with it. And then of course I got to paint the. Oh, what's my wires just touching? Yeah, something was just touching. So yeah, I still got to paint uh, the actual lightsaber blade. You know, the blue color, but it definitely is bright and looks nice. I really dig it. If I was gonna do anything else with, oh trippy, I didn't realize my iPad reset to like auto brightness. I was like, how come I can't see what I'm doing? And then the brightness turned up when I turned the light on. Um, I don't care if I screw these wires up because that's all gonna be redone anyways. This was just for demonstrative purposes. If I do anything besides, you know, something in that nature, I would probably do like a Discord to run, you know, like the YouTube channel. And my computer being upstairs in my office is gonna stay that way because what time is it? 3:41, 2 hours. I don't have a heck of a lot of time left here. Where was I? I would do Discord because it does what I want to do, but I want to pretty much just keep my to grow my channel. I understand. Yeah, no. I want my channel to grow organically. You know, I don't want to depend on other um, channels or pieces of social media and stuff to do this. Like I'm not super interested. The only thing I would do, like I want to join the guys over at Hobby Time Modelers. You know, I'd love to join Trek Mods and all those guys. They've invited me to come and work with them on their channel. You know, on their different build days and stuff that they do. But I kind of need Discord and to get that set up. So I'm interested in setting up to that degree, setting up something more, you know, so that I could join their build nights or something. I think that might be fun, you know, to do occasionally. But like I said, I got a wife and she does like my attention still, and I like spending time with her when I can. And you know, like all those guys at Hobby Time Modelers, they just use Discord. I mean, hey, at the end of the day, like I always say, I thought I'd be lucky to have 10 subscribers, and I got 530 something now. So, you know, that's awesome, and that's just by doing what I do, and I'm happy with that. I know I got 7 people watching right now and 2 likes. I feel robbed. I think I got just enough time to get these kind of sanded down, and then we can go ahead and prime them real quick, and then I'll call it a day. Gonna make some dinner for the wife and I, and probably play some Arc Raiders. I've been having way too much fun with that game. It is so good. It's so good. Chewed the shit out of that one. Jen, I am still working on your care package, by the way. I'm so sorry about that. Got really busy over the holidays. And I just haven't gotten there yet. I got physical therapy starting again soon, though. I get my pain management tomorrow. So I'll definitely be feeling a lot better after that's taken care of. What the hell? Wife needs to park in the parking lot, garage, or in the garage. Bear with me one moment, ladies and gentlemen. Hi, baby.
Hey, are you still alive, baby?
Yes.
Good.
Sorry. I'm done here in about 10 minutes. 15 minutes. What's wrong?
I put them in this side. I forgot. Sorry.
You need me to help you up with that? You got it? Okay. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Had a little momentary distraction. Wife was bringing a bag of groceries into the house and just pulled into the garage, so I had to make some space for her. Okay, we got. Hey, Gambit, what's going on, dude? Thanks for jumping in, man. Welcome in, as everybody seems to say in the United States now when you walk into a store. Good, I'm glad, dude. Good to hear. Hope the family is doing well. Everybody's feeling good. All right. Almost forget. Good. I'm glad things are good. Love hearing that. Just about to wrap it up for the day. Wife just got home with groceries, and I know she's probably getting hungry, so I think I'm gonna make us some steaks tonight. I've got some prime rib cutlet and some bacon. There we go. I think that should be good. Yeah, I understand, man. It's late where you are. I've been staying up till like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning some nights lately because I get so stuck playing Arc Raiders on Xbox. Man, what a cool freaking game. But holy shit, you get in trouble with that. It's addicting. Super addicting. Yeah, it should be yummy. I hope. I got to do a little light butchering and then wrap them up in bacon and then just cook them in. Just cook them on a cast iron skillet with don't tell me my airbrush is bubbling. Cast iron skillet, butter base them. Really easy. Okay, good. All right. And then I make these oven baked garlic and roasted herb baby red potatoes that my wife absolutely loves. She wants me to make those, so probably pair the steak up with that tonight. So obviously, to some of you, this is just a primer coat, and I'm using Vallejo primer or Vallejo, and along with some of their thinner / flow improver. Right out of the bottle, the stuff's all right, but you definitely want to add some water to it or flow improver, whatever you prefer. I'm kind of new to trying out the flow improver, and so far I really like the results I've gotten with it. And it's really inexpensive too, which is nice. Oh, we were sputtering. There we go. And if some of you guys haven't checked it out yet, go check out Gambit Neo's YouTube channel. Dude does some really dope work. He's been working on a freezer, not like something you put your food in, but it's like a animation character. Turned out really, really awesome. So I highly suggest going to his channel and checking that out. Show the guy some love, give him some props. I dig his work. I think you will too. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I haven't been working on it much lately, but I'm back into it full force right now. So hopefully I'll be able to continue doing that for a while. Super excited to be working on Obi-Wan Kenobi rides Boga again, though. That's for sure. What is this airbrush doing? Always happy to give the shout outs, man. Good enough. I could be crazy too, but like I feel like using the flow improver added to my paints. I feel like it's easier to clean the cup when I'm done painting a color. I could be crazy. I don't know. I just feel like it is. Oops. Like it just my cup gets cleaner faster. I don't know. That's how I feel. I feel that way. Okay. Keep getting this 20% battery notification on my phone because my charger, the little magnetic induction charger, doesn't keep up with the phone. All right. Yeah, thanks for stopping by tonight, Gambit. What size needle am I using? On this one is the 0.28 millimeter needle and nozzle. Normally, if I'm just primer coating, I'm going to use the 0.4, but I just grabbed this one first, and it's kind of like my mid-level airbrush. I keep 3, so like my evolution's kind of like it does everything on the in-between side, and then my Squidmar Ultra, this one's just for like, this is a 0.4 millimeter on this one. I just use this for like primering or doing really big things. And then, in fact, Gambit, I think you have the same airbrush, the CR Plus, for all my really fine line stuff. I keep that one prepped, so that way I've got. I hate changing needles all the time, so I just have an airbrush that's got a needle for every occasion, and I just switch airbrushes. But yeah, these parts were so small that I just grabbed the Evolution and primered them up with that. And these are pretty well dry, so we'll get to painting these looking like they're glowing tomorrow. These are like blaster bolt shots that Obi-Wan Kenobi and Boga are dodging. So tomorrow I'll start painting those. The idea being that we'll get the base completely done so that it's at the point where it's ready for Boga to get placed on it. And once that's done, we can start prepping for paint on Boga, which I'm really excited about. We're not very far away. Okay, so do nice. Yeah, the 0.4, same thing, for primers, base coats, stuff like that. Unless I'm doing like a 1/6 scale model, I'll use the 0.28 to prime on a 1/6 scale. And then, if I'm doing 1/4 scale or above, typically, I'll just use the 0.4. Yeah, these look cool. So they got some rocks that are spitting out from the terrain. So once I get these painted in the glowing effect, to make it look like it's an explosion, then I'll hand paint the rocks. Keep it simple, but paint the rocks there. I want them to kind of be glowing a little bit too. I want them to have somewhat of a glowing effect. So yeah, it'll be fun to explore just these simple little blaster bolts. I don't want to get too crazy about them, but knowing me, I'm gonna get crazy with it and try to do the glowing effect again, but this time with an explosion. So we'll see how that turns out. It'll be pretty cool. Yeah, that being said, does anyone have any questions or thoughts? Yeah, I am planning on getting on tomorrow. I'm gonna try and get on every day this week. Um, I'm gonna try, uh, but I typically when I do live streams, I'm trying to get them to start around the same time every time I do one, and that's going to be between 12:30 and 1:30 p.m. my time. So tomorrow I'll probably be starting around the same time, right around 1:30, if I'm able to get on. That's the plan. I don't think my wife or I have anything pressing to to do tomorrow. So yeah, I'm gonna plan on getting on at about 1:30. Yeah, I'd love to see you in, man. That'd be great. Now that things are a little more settled down too, I could start getting on your live streams as well. That's another thing I've missed out. I've got a lot of catching up to do with my friends' channels and stuff like that. So I apologize. I've been kind of absent, guys. But that all being said, thanks for popping in today. Don't forget to hit that like button on your way out if you can. I appreciate it. Whether you're watching now or you're watching later, awesome. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me and joining the live stream and all that fun stuff. And I'll definitely look forward. The plan is looking forward to seeing each other tomorrow. Yeah, feel free to message me, whatever you guys do, or leave a message in the chat if you think other people should see it. Cool. But yeah, thank you guys. Really, really appreciate you guys. Love you all. And like I always say, happy 3D printing, happy painting. Have a nice day, and toodles.